one be right to say that the ministry has slept on its job in terms of reviewing what already exists to match the realities of the day, as well as even if they maintain that, then the ministry would have to increase capitation that would go to every student to match the difference. So is it that the ministry has failed parents and students of the country?
Thank you very much indeed, Dennis, for that question. And I would like to close ranks with Dr. Kilemi in regard to the right of children to education. Kenya is a state signatory to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, which, among other provisions, guarantees every child the right to education. And further, Article 53 of the Constitution of Kenya makes the same provision that every child has a right to free and compulsory basic education. And as you have rightly alluded, the Cabinet Secretary for Education admitted publicly during a parliamentary committee session that indeed the government is not aware of the cost of education for one child from grade 1 to the university. And this is unacceptable, regrettable that a government is not aware of those costs, yet the same government develops policy for capitation and so on. And any government that fails in this aspect has no business being in the office. And when we speak about capitation, we do realize that there is a capitation deficit, and this deficit should be bridged by the government. And I strongly call on the parliament to review these policies so that every child can be able to receive the funds that are required. Dennis, if you consider the amount of funds that are allocated to different people, for instance, the president, while seated at State House, has a allocation for education. You wonder what he has to do with that kind of money. The governors are allocated this money. The national government CDF fund has been allocated funds. Even the MCAs and so on have funds. And remember, the High Court once made a determination that the CDF is unconstitutional. But as we know, the members of parliament have been able to go around and even amend the act and so on and so forth. Therefore, I would like to say that in Kenya, we have adequate resources. We have the funds that are sufficient to educate every child in Kenya. If we can review our policies and ensure that we create a national education fund that would ensure that each and every child in Kenya is guaranteed their right to education.